I actually didn't believe her at first because I never saw any representation in any of the films or taught anything in school about black people serving in any of the wars. So a few years ago, we happened to find out that my mother wasn't making it all up. You know, I used to be sort of every year on Remembrance Sunday, she'd mention my poor brother dead in the First World War, and I to say, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm sure that's not true. But anyway, we got to find out through my daughter here, she managed to find documentary evidence that my uncle did exist. I should explain that my uncle was born in 1894 and he was the eldest of my mother's siblings. And she was born in 1914, so she was 20 years younger than him. And, you know, he's my uncle, not my great uncle. So we got to find out that he did exist, and we managed to trace where he was buried. And about 10 years ago, actually, nearly to the day, we actually went to visit his resting place in Ypres. And then, was it about nearly 2 weeks ago, there was another pilgrimage. Patrick was there, myself, with the British West Indies Regiment Heritage Trust. And we revisited his resting place. Because I think it's so important that knowledge of people like him are recognized. I wrote a book, published about a couple of years ago, about how we got to find out about Uncle Robert. And included in the book are photographs and documentary evidence to prove that, you know, he did exist and where he is and so on.